Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this look. I didn't want to do a whole lot of talking. I just wanted to go ahead and hop into it. And so I'm starting with my brows. And for my brows, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. And this is in chocolate. And the brush that I'm using is also Anastasia Beverly Hills. And it is the number 12. And I'm outlining my brows right now. What I did is I did the bottom brow, the bottom line first, and then I did the top line, and then I fill it in. So I use the lines as a guide to kind of help me through um, filling them in. And I'm using light strokes. I don't like to really make them very dark. I really like my brows to be light as possible, but still look natural as possible as well. And so you can see me doing that now. And now I'm going to go ahead and transition over to the other brow. And on this brow, I'm doing the same thing as I did in the other one. I really haven't changed my makeup brow routine. I probably had the same brow routine as probably when I first learned how to do my eyebrows. I don't really think that I changed my brow routine. I like to do my brows first just in case I may mess up because ain't nobody perfect. So if I mess up, I like to be able to wipe it off and start over. And you just can't do that when you do foundation. So, and by the way, my lips crusty as hell. Like I forgot to put on chapstick, so you're gonna see them crusty lips for a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. And so now I'm going to clean up my brows with the Born This Way concealer, and this is in butterscotch. And I'm really just using I think that's a Morphe brush. Yeah, that's a Morphe concealer brush that I'm using to clean up that concealer. And I think that's like an older Morphe brush. I got that back in 2016, I believe, and I'm still using it. And with my brows, I try to be a perfectionist, which perfection is damn near impossible. I mean, we all know that, but I try to make them shit as perfect as possible. That's what I try to do, and I got that bad. I need to stop it, but I try to make them as perfect as possible. And you're gonna see me do the top as well. And now I'm doing the other eye. And with my concealer, I like to connect the concealer in the front. That kind of gives the brow a kind of more natural look when I do it that way. To me, it does, but to each his own. Everybody has their own way of doing their brows, but for me, it gives it more of a natural look when I combine the concealer when I'm doing my line, when I'm cleaning it up. And as I clean it up, I'm gonna drag the concealer down. Makes it more easier to clean up the concealer and makes it look natural. And I'm going to do the top. I'm probably the only person that I know who likes to do my concealer at the top, kind of like dead on like that. A lot of people I know um, do their concealer at the top a different way, but for me, that's just the way that I learned how to do it. So that's the way that I like to do it. And my brow on that side was a little longer than the other side, so I cleaned it up off camera. As you can see, it's a little clean. And I cleaned it up with the concealer. I didn't do the whole brow over. I cleaned it up with the concealer. Now I'm blending out that concealer with a Morphe blending brush. And I'm using the Maybelline primer. And I'm going to prime my face with it. And I'm going to rub that primer in. My hands, my heavy handed ass. My hands are a little heady, as you can see. I should have put some of that prime on them crusty ass lips of mine, but it is what it is. And so I like to let that primer sit. That's why you see me just sitting there for a minute with a smile on my face, because I like to let the primer just sit for a minute before I put my foundation on. It helps the foundation stick better when you allow that primer to sit for a minute. And I normally like to let it sit for probably about 5-10 seconds. It really ain't that long. I'm going in with the foundation. My foundation I'm using is actually Maybelline, and it's the Fit Me foundation in 340. And this is really kind of Maybelline's first, one of their first foundations, I believe, that they put out. But I still use it. I like the damn foundation, so I'm just gonna use it. If it ain't broke, I'm not gonna fix it. Now I do have other foundations that I use because I buy a lot of makeup, so I have other foundations that I do use. This is just kind of like my go-to foundation, I guess, that I just won't let go. And as you can see, I got makeup on my hair too, but I'm gonna clean that up. Y'all gonna see me clean that up, but I definitely got that makeup on my hair. Now I'm going in with that same concealer that I cleaned up my brows with, and that is of course the butterscotch for Born This Way. And I'm putting it on my under eye area, and I'm going to put it on my nose, Cupid's bow, and I put it on my around my mouth as well, because I like to conceal all of those areas because I have dark spots on the outer end of my mouth, so I like to conceal that area too. And I'm using a beauty blender to go ahead and blend out that concealer. And for my concealer, when I'm blending it out, I like to blend out my eyes last because I have sunken eyes. So I want the concealer to kind of sit for a minute as I blend out the other areas, and then I blend that part last, just to give it some time to do what it do. All right, and now I'm going to go ahead and blend out the concealer under my eyes. And for concealer, a lot when I was first learning how to do makeup, a lot of um, YouTubers were kind of saying that you wanted to get a concealer that's basically two tones lighter than your foundation. I don't like to do that. The butterscotch is maybe like one tone lighter. That's what I like to do because it just helps blend better and it just looks better for me. But I mean, to each his own. If it works for you, then you go ahead and you want to do that. Now I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation stick for my contour, and I actually forgot what color that's in, but I try to put it in the description box below. Um, if I can gather everything to do that. If not, that's the only foundation I use. So in my next video, of course, I'll let you know what it is. But I'm contouring my face with that, and I put dots on my nose because the contour blends easier when you do it with dots instead of lines. It just makes it look better. It looks more natural. And I have a natural contour line. I'm not sure if you guys were able to see, but I have a natural contour line. So I basically just follow that line, and I like the contour to be deep. So instead of making a little line at the top, I drag the contour out under my cheekbone because I want that cheekbone to sit high. I want to give, anyone that's looking at my makeup the illusion that my cheekbone is sitting higher than it would with my natural face. And I'm using a Real Techniques Face Expert brush, and I'm blending out my contour, and I'm using circular motions. I don't want to just go back and forth because it won't blend as well with me doing circular motions. It blends into my face, makes it look basically more natural. And I'm going ahead and doing my other side as well. I mean, I gotta go back to these lips. I cannot believe my lips that damn crusty. Like, come on, crusty ass lips. Now I'm using the butt of the beauty blender to go ahead and blend out the contour on my nose. And I'm setting my face with the luxury banana baking powder. Now I'm not a fan of baking. I kind of just like to go ahead and set it with a Real Techniques powder brush, and I mixed that luxury banana powder with L'Oreal Mercier. I'm country. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm country as hell. Sometimes I can't pronounce the word because my accent's so goddamn strong. That down south accent. But I mix it with the L'Oreal Mercier powder, the translucent powder. I mix those together because I like the finish that it gives me when they're mixed. And so I'm going to go ahead, and every area that I use concealer, I'm going to go over it with the powder just to set the concealer so it won't look oily and it'll just stay where it needs to be. All right, and now I'm going in with the Maybelline Eye Studio, that gel liner, and I'm actually putting it in my waterline with a MAC brush. I think that's a 266 MAC brush, and I'm putting that in my waterline, just so my eyes can pop. And I got runny eyes, so I had to lean back and get my eyes together. Strong neck air girl. Going ahead and going ahead and get my eyes together. And now I'm using the bronzing powder. It's from MAC and it's in refined golden. And I'm going to use a Real Techniques powder brush to go ahead and blend that in. And I'm also using circular motions with that powder as well. You don't just want to go back and forth with that. When you blend it or do circular motions, it blends better to create a more natural look. And if you're not a fan, or if you are looking for brushes to use, I really recommend Real Technique brushes. They are very, very, very good. They are affordable brushes as well. They have foundation brushes, powder brushes. They got a lot of brushes with that brand, and they do me well here. I like them. They do me good. Now I did one of my eyelashes off camera, and I'm going to go ahead and put the other one on camera, and I'm using the Tarte lashes. I forgot, of course, shit, I've been forgetting the whole video, but I forgot what kind of lashes that they were, the name of them, but they're from Tarte. And now I'm going ahead and putting mascara on my bottom lash, and this is the Big Shot mascara. And I'm going to do both of them. And now it's highlight time. So I'm going in with another powder brush by Real Techniques. And this is the Master Chrome Highlight by Maybelline. And I'm going ahead and putting that on basically on my cheekbones. And then I'm going to put it on my forehead, my Cupid's bow, and also my nose. And I'm a highlight whore, so you're going to see me do the highlight twice. I'm going to go over it again, because I just like highlights. I like how it pop. I just like how that shit look. It look good. It look good. And now for blush, I'm going in with a Real Techniques powder brush for blush. And the blush I'm using is Orgasm by NARS. We're going to set that face. Ooh, now shit. Yeah, I was too close with the setting spray. You can see it's all over my face. And I took my scarf off as well. Now, I don't really know too much about her. Now, I could do her a little bit, but I don't really know too much about her. So I tried to do a swoop at the top, as y'all can see. I tried to do a swoop at the top, but that motherfucker is that living ass swoop I got at the top. But I tried to do a swoop at the top, y'all. Y'all just gonna have to just bear with your girl. As we grow, I'ma grow too. Now, y'all know those lips was crusty as a motherfucker. They was crusty. Them lips was crusty as hell. But I'm using I forgot what gloss that is, but it's a gloss I got at the beauty supply store. It was like $1. I just picked it up. It has shea butter, so I got it so it can help my lips stay moist. And that's also a wig I have on too. And we are done. We done, y'all. This is the finished look. And this is a great look for you to wear, with your friends, when you're going out with your friends. It's a great look to wear to work, just a natural look. It's also professional as well. I also pull my hair back so you can see how it looks with the hair pulled back. And I just hope you guys really enjoyed this video. And I hope you look forward to new videos that I'm going to come with. And like and subscribe to my channel, you guys, so we can go ahead and create this relationship. But I hope you guys liked it.